Hi, good morning, everyone. How are you all doing today? Today is a slow day for me. Very slow day. Slow morning because I have things to do this afternoon. But I'm just taking advantage that I have some free time this morning to just breathe and be present with myself and my body. I got my moon on the full moon, which hasn't happened in a really long time. And I was actually looking about the different phases. And so it's really, I always find it so fascinating as how when women bleed in a particular phase of the month, so the moon cycle, represents pretty much exactly what's going on in their life at the moment. And so it depends on where your bleed starts. But like, for example, if you start to bleed on the new moon, it can generally mean that you're needing to turn inwards and focus more on the darkness and this transition, or this inner work that you need to do. And it's through going through the darkness that you're going to be able to get to the other side. However, if you start to bleed on the full moon, then it tends to represent how you need the light to help you work through the darkness. And yeah, it's just really beautiful how whenever a woman bleeds, it's a representation of what she's going through in her life. And so for all my women out there, I really recommend to start looking into it if you haven't already. For a long time now, I think it's been over a year, I've been working on planning my life around my cycle and what it means to plan certain things in certain phases, right? And it helps to have a regular cycle. That definitely does help. And sometimes you plan things and then, your cycle starts before, and so you have your cycle during the things you have planned. But that's okay. That's part of the experience, I guess, that you have to work through. But I've been doing this for a while, where when I try to plan things for my month or in advance, I try and plan them so that I know that if I need to do something that requires a lot of energy, that I plan them during the phases where I have the most energy. And if I need to do things that that require a little less energy, then I'll plan them in the phases that don't need as much energy, so that I know that I'm I have this like mark right here. So that I planned myself around my energy levels, and I know that if that I'm also respecting, giving myself time to rest and giving myself time to recover, especially around the end of your luteal phase. Women have a tendency, or actually not have a tendency, women will drop about 20% of their energy. And so it's normal to feel really tired and like a lot slower during that phase of your cycle. And so planning things during that phase that require a lot of attention, that require a lot of energy, might not be the best, because we're actually ending up draining ourselves more. So maybe that could be a time of your cycle where you actually plan, softer things, like maybe going out to dinner, or taking care of yourself, or whatever, you have planned in your life, but having those few days before your cycle starts as rest to prepare yourself for the bleeding phase really helps, so that when you're actually bleeding, your body is not just like collapsing, but it has time to rest, and it has had time to kind of just like regain some energy, so that when the shedding comes, it's able to release a lot smoother. And that can also help, you know, women generally, those who suffer from pain and from PMS and all of that. Planning around your cycle can help you feel more in alignment, first of all, with your body, but also it'll reduce stress, and you'll have more energy to do activities in your life, which will then reduce pain and other symptoms during your period. And I've noticed that really in myself, that if I'm always aware of like how I'm planning things or how I'm eating, especially before my period, or certain things, it becomes a lot easier to process my bleeding phase, and I have more energy, I have less pain, I feel more centered inside of myself, and I don't feel completely exhausted and depleted. I feel more ready, let's say, to shed, or I'm able to do more during my bleeding phase. So it's more so it's more balanced across my cycle, instead of really high peaks and really low lows. So if any of this resonates with my women who are watching this, let me know, because I do have some ideas of how I can help this deeper. And so if you are struggling with a lot of pain, or with uneven cycles and things like that, reach out, because there are definitely things that you can do on a daily basis to help you feel more in sync with your body and with yourself. Yes, so today we're just gonna do a connection meditation, just breathing, observing ourselves, sitting with ourselves, and just being present. Also, before we start, I want to say that if the men who are watching this and who have listened to all of this, good for you, because this is information that can help and that can really be mindful for your partner. And so you know now that there are different energy cycles and that there are different phases, and that if you notice that your partner is overdoing it and is really exhausted, see how you can help her. And all of this knowledge can help you understand women better. So it's not just like for women can put this into practice, but men can help women put this into practice. So we're all here together. Okay, so let's get started for our meditation. I'll give you a minute to set up. I'm going to set my timer up, and we'll get started. Okay, so wherever you are, grab a comfortable seat. If you need more time, you can pause the video Make sure you do have your journal with you. That's important. And we are going to start with 3 deep breaths. So closing your eyes or finding a drishti, a gaze point on the floor in front of you. Take a deep inhale, filling your entire lungs with air. And exhale, side out of your mouth. Good. One more time, deep inhale. And exhale, let it go. And one last time, deep inhale. And exhale, release. Taking a few moments now to just feel yourself here connected to the earth. Feel yourself here sitting. Release your breath and just feel your body breathe. Relax your jaw and relax your shoulders. Feeling your energy land and ground. And when you're ready, you can gently step into the observer seat and just watch your body, watch your thoughts. If at any point your thought starts to take you into a story, just gently invite it back with your breath. At the end of the 10 minutes, I will let you know when time is up, and we'll slowly come out of the meditation together. Taking a deep inhale, filling your entire lungs with air. And exhale, let it go. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, bringing soft movement back into your body. And then when you're ready, you can even give yourself a nice big stretch. And slowly open your eyes. So thank you for joining me in today's meditation. I encourage you to journal about your experience today, and to journal about where you are in your cycle. Whether you're a man or a woman, you go through an energetic cycle. You have highs and lows, and that's totally normal. And so I encourage you to journal a little bit about your experience around that. Men generally tend to have a cycle throughout one day, whereas women have a cycle throughout a month. It doesn't matter who you are or what your energetic cycle is like. It's just important to become aware of how you interact with yourself and how you feel. So take some time to do that today and process through your own cycle and where you are in your life right now. Have a beautiful day, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning for day 24.